this lawsuit, she included pictures of herself with Jacob the jeweler and alleged she was forced to have physical relationships with him and then was paid $1,000 on top of what she would usually get paid to work at Diddy parties.
All right, y'all. We have a lot to talk about, and I have a treat for y'all. This is going to be a panel discussion and not just me and the video. So this is going to be fun. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody drop some popcorn emojis in the chat. And of course, drop your city in the chat so I know where you are at. Hit the like button, drop some popcorn emojis in the chat, and drop your city in the chat. Also, let's go.
She then alleged that Diddy congratulated her for having physical relations with Jacob as directed and told her job well done. Then she alleged how things just got worse from there and she was being passed around at Diddy parties to all these different people where she was essayed multiple different times.
All right, so let me bring everybody up and we about to get to it. All right. What's going on, y'all?
What it do?
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? So before we get started, overall, what are y'all thoughts on all of this Diddy stuff? Like, we're not going to talk about anything in particular right now, but what is y'all just overall thoughts on Diddy? Have y'all ever went to any Diddy parties? I know Helen been to some Diddy parties, but anybody else been to any Diddy parties?
Nah, I ain't been no Diddy party.
I don't know about in this lifetime. Maybe in another lifetime, I was.
Let me see your hand.
Oh, okay. So in another lifetime, you went to a Diddy party?
Maybe not in this lifetime. Not in this. Lifetime.
Okay. Good. Rashawn, you been to a Diddy party? Rashawn looked like he just like, oh yeah, I've been to a couple of them. Look how he looking.
Come on, don't play with
like
me.
He had a Diddy party now.
Don't play with me, man. You already know I never been to a Diddy party. I heard about them. I know some people that went. They never seen none of the things that's being alleged right now. But and I think that people got to separate the freak offs and the parties. Not all the parties are the freak offs.
Yes.
So right. I think that's what people got to realize. Like, he has a party, and then he has freak
out the party.
Those are two different things, you know. So people just I seen everybody, because it's a go against Diddy campaign going on, so everybody just merging everything around. Oh, you've been to a Diddy party, you know what I mean? So and they just automatically think it's one of them joints. But you know, we're gonna get into it.
So you make a great point. That's kind of like where I was gonna go with it. A Diddy party is, I would say, it's three different functions to it. It's the party itself, it's the being around stars and stuff, and then it's the crazy stuff, right? So I think it's three levels to it, and I wanted to share a video with y'all and see what y'all thought about what DJ Academic said pertaining to all of this, because he specifically talked about that. So let's check this out.
The arrest of Sean Diddy Combs on federal charges and living behind bars is the exact opposite of what he has been used to. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, it's a place that's been described as hell on earth. Fox 5's Lisa Evers is at MDC right now with more on this. Lisa, what's the update?
Well, Bianca, we're here at the Metropolitan Detention Center, the MDC. It's a federal jail that houses criminal kingpins and killers who are awaiting the resolution of their cases. Now, for the first time in his life, accused sex trafficker Sean Diddy Combs spent the weekend here behind bars in solitary confinement and on suicide watch. MDC is a tough place, so rough you can hear detainees shouting even on the streets. There are constant lockdowns due to violent outbreaks, but former detainees I spoke with tell me that the experience here for Diddy will be different. Like other first-time celebrity defendants, he's reportedly under suicide watch, basically naked except for hospital paper, throwaway clothing, and rubber shower shoes. He's under 24 hours.
That's the alarming part. Shout out to Lisa Evers. She says that Diddy, who's on suicide watch, has paper clothing. Damn, no more mink coats.
So is if y'all can go back when y'all were like, say, 24, right? And take out the whole gay stuff, right? Just look at just Diddy as a star, right? If you could wake up as at 24 and without all the gay stuff, be Diddy 30 years, and then at 55 years old, you got to go to prison. But you had 30 years of orgies without the gay stuff, and like literally every day, and every single person on the planet looked at you as the person to come to for whatever party. Would you do that? Anybody? If you 22 years old and you can wake up and get everything Diddy had except for the gay stuff, and then knowing at 56 years old you got to go to prison, would you take it?
Nah, I wouldn't take it.
Shitting me, I would take it in a minute.
Only reason why I wouldn't take it because it ain't no telling what all he undid. Like it's way before he got
I'm
locked
just
up.
saying, minus all the crazy stuff. Take away all the crazy stuff.
Yeah,
But
see, you don't think you said with the gay
Take
stuff.
away the crazy stuff.
Yeah, you said take away the gay stuff. But
okay.
It's other stuff that he's alleged of doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that he's alleged of doing, a lot of criminal things. So no, I wouldn't want to do that. Like it's way too much.
Take away all the criminal stuff, and
Aaron, you just making up a completely different person.
Yeah, it's a whole different person.
All that stuff because
I would say any celebrity.
Exactly, because he is who he is because of the character that he was that got him to where he was, which came with a lot of maybe questionable, allegedly, very dark, abusive, manipulative energy.
Hold up. Can
all of that. And for whatever, I don't even know why you going to prison. You just got to go to prison for life at the age of 56.
No, that ain't happening.
Between the age of 22 and 56, you are known for the Rashawn parties or Jerry parties, and you ain't did it wrong. Somebody framed you. You just had Diddy's life, Diddy's money, and Diddy's star power. I would take it.
Not me, but can I ask? Because I just was listening to Brother Jeremy and his sister Sacred. Are we talking like we know? Like, is it allegedly, or do y'all guys know Diddy is a bad person or something like that? Because the way how y'all, because the way how it was responded, we came to a point like, oh, he's abusive, manipulative, and the whole 9 yards. Like, I know what's being reported, but I'm slow to news that's coming to that I'm slow to believe in things, especially when it comes to when people report about black women and black men. I know they always paint us in a negative light.
Well,
and so my point is, so I just want to know, like, are we speaking a matter of fact, or everything is allegedly?
You want to go first, Jeremy, or you?
Yeah, I feel like I said that. I said he's been accused of a lot of different things, which why I wouldn't. Way before he got locked up, he been accused for things for years. There's so many interviews that people are replaying now. Him getting locked up has nothing to do with all the things that people have been saying from the Fabulous interview on Drink Champs. And folks was like, when he was like, "Oh, but you don't party with me no more." It's like he's been all these different things he's been alleged of. Then when the Cassie stuff came out, then when the Kim Porter stuff, where people been talking about this for years, but now that he's finally locked up and things are coming to head, we don't know if it's true or not. But whether it's true or not is not the point. I don't want to be associated with any of it, so that's why I say.
So I understand your point, then, Jeremy.
I would love to answer too.
And I respect that point. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just want to compliment him. Like I'm clear on his point of view. Yeah. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I get that. Now, you, sis.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I feel like even when Aaron hit me up about this conversation, I was like, honestly, I don't even know what's going on right now as far as him being arrested. I didn't even know that, like, that news clip. I didn't know he was going through all that or none of that. For me, and I think for most people, if your discernment cannot, like, see through people's character in a sense. Like, although we don't know, it is allegedly, right? But there's so many patterns, like Jeremy said. There's so many patterns in history that we can see live, even from Making the Band. We can go back. There's like
Yeah,
live reality
yeah.
shows. There's a lot of footage where we've seen this person in live action, and we can at least create our own assumption of this person's character by the way they present themselves and the way
Right.
that they have treated people publicly in so many instances. From clips we've seen, like he said, there's clips where there's so many people that have spoken out in being uncomfortable with this person, or we see like the history of like music contracts, people like Mace's history, and this is even with just men, not even just women. There's so much history that we can look at that like shows not a good character in this person.
No, I get that 100%. I get that. And I do agree with you on that part. I'm just not I don't unless we have facts. Like, I'm just talking about the legal aspect,
Yeah.
right? Like,
So
everybody got flaws, so we can pinpoint anything and say, oh, this person, or we got highlight a flaw from this person, and then just paintbrush to say, oh, this person is this, based upon the moments that these people had in their life. Like, I'm sure that if we take the worst moments of our lives and someone just highlights that and they try to say, oh, whatever Jeremy worst moment was, and it's on camera, right? And then they say, oh, Jeremy is this person, and that's who you stuck with for the rest of your life. I think that's really disingenuous, and I think that's really unfair to say that Jeremy can't grow from something. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right.
but now
Yeah.
you put it in a different light. You saying bad contracts. I agree with you. You saying that now we talk about the little stuff like that. You talk about based upon
there's a book.
character. But
There's
I'm
a book
talking
out.
about, no, I know it's a book, and they even Kim Porter family, and I'm saying that that's not Kim, that's false, the whole 9 yards. So I'm not, unless I know an actual fact, I can't just say this person, or just paintbrush somebody to be one particular thing. You get what I'm, especially if I don't know you as a person.
I
Like,
definitely get what you're saying.
I'm only going by rumors and little things that happen in your life and stuff like that. And I'm not with you. I don't know you. Like, you know what I mean? These
Yeah,
entertainers, we don't know them.
I think though in life, that's where again your own discernment has to come in, right? Like, you don't know nothing in life. Honestly, everything has been told to us by opinions or stories or alleged of everything. Everything you know in life is an alleged something that has been taught to you or told to you. So at the end of the day, you have to have enough discernment and connection, I think, with the Most High to have your own gut feeling to know if something is right or wrong in anything that you're dealing with in life. So for me, I think even when before the Cassie thing came out, I already in my heart knew that that was something that happened. So when it came out, I was like, I was happy that she was doing that. Okay, good. I'm glad that she's finally speaking her truth, because I remember back in the day seeing her in videos and stuff and her looking miserable, and I remember my gut telling me this girl is getting abused. So my gut already told me that years ago before it ever came out publicly, you know.
So right here, y'all say the book is fake. Well, other people, Albie Shore came out saying that the book is fake, and
Kim family.
Kim family did not that I know of, said that it was Albie
I'll
Shore.
show you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. So Albie Shore, of course, he's going to say it's fake because the book portrayed him as him sleeping with Diddy, right? So it's hard for me to believe that somebody in the book being portrayed a certain kind of way, and we all know everybody that was around Diddy most likely was that. It's hard for me to hear that he is just saying, oh yeah, it's fake. So I don't necessarily believe him, but I got excerpts from the book that I want to play, and y'all can take it from your own interpretation. So it's not about whether the book is true or false. is about what do y'all think about the details of the book, because none of us know. He could turn around and get off on this and never do a day in jail. We don't know, but all we could do, content is for our own interpretation. So let me see. So what do y'all think about this?
That's when he revealed how thought out this meeting really was. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him.
So right here is when she talks about Biggie, right? So it's a possibility, I'm just going to say it's a possibility that he got rid of Biggie simply because Biggie wanted to leave Bad Boy.
Label. Yeah.
He wanted to leave.
Can I say
label,
something?
Right? Huh?
Can I say something before you finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing that makes stuff like that for me is not knowing if it's real or fake. Because for me, I've heard this story before. I feel like I didn't just hear this now with what you finna play. Is that Big was finna leave, and then that's the reason why he was taken out. But by it being after the Tupac situation, it made it look like, oh, it was retaliation. So it kind of went under the rug type thing. So for me, like, it can be somebody already saw the same interview that I saw and put that in the book, or it can also be true. You know what I'm saying? But all that did, to get back to what you said earlier, that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't want to be Diddy. Go ahead.
That makes sense. Hold on one second. I'm trying to find a freaking thing that plug into it. But the thing about it is,
because what's really stopping some people going, and it's not to say what's in the book is not real or is it real, but based off some of the stuff that I heard too in the book, like what's stopping people just going to watch interviews of people talking about Diddy from all these years? Because these are not all stories. These are not stories that a lot of us haven't heard already.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's made up. So overall, well, let's just play it.
Sean's size, but if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off his death would blow away all the money we made so far.
Oh shit! That's literally what happened. So I want y'all to think about this, because this is what's crazy. This man deletes Biggie, and then he goes on tour.
We just go. I know it's Snoop. I'm just gonna Snoop chimes in.
So he turns around and deletes Biggie, allegedly, and then has his wife, Biggie's wife, sing backup vocals for a song that is about her husband that is now gone. I can't see that as being something that is made up, because we all witnessed that in real time. Because at the end of the day, how do we make sense of that if we already know that virtually every star that we grew up watching died the same exact way? Pneumonia or drugs, right? And they all died like in their early, like late 30s. They're not even old. So name a star that did not die from pneumonia or drugs, whether it's Prince, Michael Jackson, or anybody that was around Diddy, Heavy D. All these people died the same exact way almost. So to a certain degree, it has to be some levity to that in particular. But could Diddy be an actual serial blanker? Murder, serial killer, I'll just say it. Could he?
I mean, he could be, but he also could not be.
But
I mean,
yeah, he also could, not be the only piece to the puzzle. Like, there's always more,
it's a lot of facts and things
involved in these type of.
It's too many facts that we don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of things make look a certain way does not mean that that's what it is. I mean, you can make sense of it. You can try to make it seem like that's exactly what it is because that makes sense to you. But that doesn't mean that that's the actual truth. So could he be? Yeah, but he also could not be. He also could be getting framed. He also could be guilty. We don't know all the facts. We just got a lot of he say, she say. one thing we couldn't disagree with when we saw the video of him actually doing what he did to Cassie.
Yeah,
you can't take that away. So
you can't take that away.
If I don't see things for myself, I don't know. Like
right.
I can't be like, oh, it makes sense. That's what it is. No, a lot of things that make sense doesn't mean that it's right.
And that's Jeremy. That's a beautiful point that you made. I think it's a scripture that says, "Look carefully in news coming from an unrighteous person." So just because something, I need to see it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
even I'm not just because a headline, just huh?
But so with quoting that scripture, is that implying that like the victim would be the unrighteous headline or the news?
No, the person that's given me, I know the media never portray us in the best light anyway. We don't need Diddy. The media never portrayed us in the best light. We watch movies. The entertainment business never really portray us in the best light. You got the same artist that's running around saying, listen, when I create positive music, the labels don't want to push that out. But the minute I make music that say, we fuck you, bitch, or I'm gonna kill you, this, that, and the third, all of that type of language, then they're gonna post that. They're gonna put millions behind it, the whole 9 yards. So we're never portrayed in the best light anyway. I'm not excusing or saying that Diddy is innocent. That's not even a point here at the end of the day. I'm not, because I don't know. I like to see things play out. And just because we get an indictment on things, like, for instance, like you said, we seen Cassie. So now it makes sense why Cassie, she didn't file domestic charges against him. She sued him, civil suit, and she won, as she should won. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we seen exactly what he did. He kicked her in the stomach, dragged her with a whole 9 yards. He's wrong. She sued him. She won. Then now all of a sudden, and I like what 50 Cent said, because 50 has been
and be careful with the words, like the actions of the person. Try not to say the actual thing the person did. We can understand.
I got you. Yes, sir. I got you. I forgot all of these rules that they place on us. I got you. Yeah. But I like what 50 said. He never had these issues until he sued and won against the liquor company. And 50 went on and said those liquor companies, those are big business. And those they got powerful friends that they control. He's, according to 50, that their friends is a part of the government, the feds, et cetera, et cetera. This is what 50 said. So I don't know how true that is. But I like to see all of this play out. And I just do know at the end of the day, they don't portray us in the best light. So because they don't portray us or fairly, that means that scripture comes right to mind. Look carefully in news coming from an unrighteous person.
Okay. So I want to finish playing this. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah.
No, I just want to say
huh?
I was just saying respect to Rashawn.
Oh, okay. Got you. All right, check this out.
No more.
Our watch is behind bars at MDs, which prosecutors
have, according to the might not process that much harder, which is why I can assure you, based on what happened with Epstein, the high profile nature of the failures of this prison in the past, including some judges not even sending prisoners there because they were so concerned about their safety, you can expect staff is watching him, not 22, 23, 24 hours a day. They do not want more problems.
Oh, wait. I did not tell y'all to hit the like button, not one time. Somebody said in the chat, hit the like button. Everybody made sure to hit the freaking like button. Thank you so much. Yours truly, Toya. You were right. I ain't told nobody to hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button and drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Let's go. Spam the chat with popcorn emojis and hit that freaking like button. Where my likes at? I was in a conversation and I was about to let y'all out the hook. Somebody please, Terica, where you at? Tell me, where are my likes? I bet the likes are low because I ain't even been paying attention. Shout out to yours truly, Toya, for reminding me to get on y'all asses. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. And before we play this video, because we got to get these likes up, let me play a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. And I need everybody to get the likes up. Let's go.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right.
That's dope, Aaron. You stepped your game up. No, you stepped your game up. Have I been away that long?
Yes, you've been away that long because I got another one. Shout out to look, I got another
solution that will help every woman watching,
what are you talking
regardless
about?
of age, regardless of background.
Chat, y'all better tell them.
I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. Virtually all of us have somewhat the same issues with the opposite sex. But what if I told you the opposite sex isn't the reason why you're having all these problems? It may be the same sex. What am I talking about? And I'm talking to the ladies in particular. Your mother. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. See, we can't expect women to just go out in the world and have these great, amazing relationships with men when she didn't have a great relationship with the person that birthed her. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. It's 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter.
Don't play with me.
I'm proud of you.
Don't play with me.
No, I'm proud of you, my guy.
Appreciate you.
I'll be down.
We see you.
I'll be down there in a few weeks, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all. And everybody watching, y'all already know. Let's get to 10 cards sold. Hit the link that is in the chat. See what you like. Pick whichever card you want or get both card games. Of course, the mother-daughter card game is a pre-order. And then, boom, let's get the 10 cards sold in the first hour. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit the link that is in the chat and buy your card game. So check this out, y'all.
That his life could be in danger if he's ever released into the general population.
I don't think, at least for quite some time, if convicted, that he'll be released to the general population. There are prisoners who like headlines, who loathe sex offenders, who might loathe him as a celebrity. The Bureau of Prisons cannot have any problems at this time. So if he's ever in general population, it will be quite some time. By then, we'll have forgotten about this case. As we love stardom, eventually we're going to forget about this case and move on to something else. He has totally isolated him.
And someone who is worth hundreds of millions, even a reported $1 billion before, do you think it'll present any type of problem that he could end up getting any type of special treatment?
Certainly, there could be staff who admire him, sycophants who want to kiss up to him in predictable fashion because he's a celebrity. There will be some prisoners totally enamored by him. Some won't care. So you could expect at some point prisoners could offer, it could be drugs. We see iPhones that are very pervasive inside of these prisons.
It's a part in this lawsuit where she alleges that she was at a dinner with Neo, Usher, and Jimmy Iovine.
So here's a question right here, y'all. I want to ask y'all this.
And Diddy, he punched Cassie in the stomach and no one did anything. How you feel about that?
They were part of the dinner and they watched Cassie get abused in front of Puffy abused Cassie in front of them. And neither one of those men, and they probably security was around too, did nothing to stop what he had did to Cassie. Now that's just crazy right there, bro.
Was he there?
Let me ask you a question, chat. If
Is
you
he
out
saying
to
he was
dinner
there?
with your boss,
Huh?
He's saying he was there?
I don't think he was there at that time now. He was around, but he wasn't there that night. So my question to y'all. What?
No, I want to know when he found out the information, what did he do? Did he step to Diddy the next day? Is that
That's
what he said?
that's what academics is about to say. That's what. So
Yo,
so
niggas, yo, I'm
because you
sorry.
said so look, because you said that, let me play the rest because that's exactly what he said. Because I want to ask y'all about this.
And you see your boss brings his girl and he slaps his girl. Do you jump in? Do you stay quiet? Or do you be like, you just mind your fucking business? See, that's an interesting thing where it's like, you're relying on this guy for money. Them not jumping in, to me, don't mean that they agree with it.
What?
Yeah, I see a lot of people saying what kind of like I would think. If I'm out with my boss and I see him slap his girl, I'm gonna think, yo, you know what? Hear no evil, see no evil. That ain't my business. If he doing this in front of us, imagine what he do at home. Imagine what he do elsewhere. I'm not the whistleblower in that situation. Also, here's the thing too. You go be the guy who's like, oh no, I want to step in. You lose your livelihood, she still stay with the nigga. You go call the cops, she defend him. Nah, he ain't hit me. We were just playing.
That happens every day, B.
I just hit myself.
That happens every day. No, only reason why I asked that question, Aaron, is because he said it was men there and they did not do anything, but he proceeds plenty of times working for him. He didn't do anything. My point is, don't charge the other men, and you going to pity yourself for some bread. Now, if you're saying that, you know, everybody mind their business and you're part of that, I can deal with that. But I'm talking about the criticism that he's putting on other people that he himself won't stand up. So his ass, he been working for Diddy that whole entire time. He's seen things, and if you watch Diddy do so many illegal acts, right, the whole entire time, and you turn the other cheek, please don't. I know we live in this era that everybody like to get on social media and want to tell stories and get what they call it attention. You know, that's a drug. So you know, I know that part, but come on, man, I don't like the hypocrisy in the man's criticizing someone else that he been around that man after that and he never did anything. Like, come on, don't do that. Now, and I agree with a lot of times chicks do. You try to jump in, chill, man, that's your girl. Then they end up jumping you. I know one of my friends got, you know, God bless the dead, he died. He jumped in. This dude and a girl, they like that type of fighting, you know, because they like they like that, you know, make up sex afterwards. And he jumped in, and the girl stabbed him in the back. He died.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. Because I was like, because even if I was there, I probably wouldn't have did nothing.
But are you gonna go criticize him?
No, I'm not.
That's the
I'm
point.
not.
That's why
I'm from Memphis, bro. Listen, that ain't my business. It's like I've done skits about stuff like this. It's like just like you said, bro. It's way too often where you hitting my sister and you go help your sister beat the dude up, and then she back with the dude next week. It's like, and then even this particular case, how you know, like you said, he the bodyguard, he working for him. You ain't gonna risk your money, but you gonna risk Neo and them money from them working with him or whatever thing they got going on with it. Don't throw them out there like, oh, y'all bad because y'all didn't step up, bro. That ain't my business. How we don't know what she doing to him. We saw what he did to her. Like is she stuck there? She can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like you better get up out of there. That's how like why you still here? So it's like it's just too many things when you try to step into somebody else's relationship. Like it's one of the things that we were taught in Memphis that it's not what you do. I know women would love for men to do that, but understand the dangers that men are put in every day trying to step up to be there for a woman. And so many women you can't save them because they don't want to be saved. They would say about Project Pat. I don't know. They don't want to be saved.
Shout out to Project Pat.
They don't want to be saved like that now.
Go ahead, Helen.
I it gets so tricky because like I agree with everything y'all are saying because it's so many, even me as a woman who knows sisters who have been in situations where they're getting beaten, and I've tried to help them in situations, and then they always end up going back or whatever. I've had to leave it alone. but it also gets so tricky. So I have another question. I just want to spin the question for everybody. My question is, if we don't, okay, we might not step in, but do we continue to be business partners with this person, or continue to, you know, like create relationships with these people, knowing that they hold themselves in this toxic type of energy?
Well, me honestly, I probably would step back because it's not like I gotta work with you. You know what I mean? It's not.
No. You gotta work with him, or you're gonna get
Why
blackballed.
do I gotta work with him?
Because he's
Diddy.
saying
You're gonna get blackballed if you stop working with Diddy because hold on.
There's a lot of people who don't. They stop working with.
Hold on. Usher is here because of Diddy, right?
Yeah, because he was Diddy
Certain
signed.
people are here because of Diddy. So that person brought you into this quote unquote world, right? If you leave them, it ain't no coming back. You're gonna have to go get a job, or because nobody's gonna mess with you, because back then Bad Boy was everything. So my question to you, Jeremy, is if you're a singer and you just came out with your first album, you ain't, because Usher been popping all his life, right? But at first album, second album, and you already know you're going to the moon. You're going to where, you're not just going to be some random artist. You're going to be one of the best artists in the world because you're going in that direction. And then you seen him, boop, just go crazy on Cassie, right? And you're on the way up.
So I'm not me, basically. I'm somebody else.
Yeah, you're like on the.
Yeah.
Well, I can't speak on it because I don't know what kind of guy I be. I can't use my mentality, how I've been raised, how I've been operating my whole 35 years, and you just changed my whole life around into what that is. Like, bro, I may move completely different, but you taking my mindset, what I've experienced, and you telling me how I'm moving nowadays. Yeah, I wouldn't rock with them, but you're changing everything else.
Okay,
so
but
Usher was a kid under Diddy, and he grew up in that environment. So why would he be like, "Oh, I'm grown now"? I'm stop
and
talking
he
to you.
actually was probably abused in some type of way too. So he probably has a dysfunctional way of looking at Diddy versus us looking at Diddy.
I mean, we listen. A lot of us have seen. A lot of us have seen people
grew up in that.
We grew up in it, and we didn't step to them. So I'm saying, if your environment was you grew up in it, then I probably wouldn't say nothing or do nothing. But you're how you're changing it and fixing the whole situation outside of what the original thing was. Oh, if you was working with Diddy and then that's it, or if you was there in their presence when it happened, then my answer is definitely gonna change. But you spinning it how you spinning it. Like, of course, I probably wouldn't step in. If I got to depend on him and I grew up in this and I'm not gonna say nothing. Of course,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Right. And can we stop and can we act like we don't do business with people?
That's what I'm saying.
Who has done worse? Who has done worse than
worse?
I'm talking about people go to colleges that those colleges is funded off the back of slaves. Like, let's be clear, you spend your money there. All right. People got clothing of people who like Levi's. People wore Levi's. You spent your money there. They had slaves.
Levi's was slave owners.
You got liquor companies that you drink Henny and all of that. All right. They had slaves. All right. So people spent their money and did business with people who did worse things than that. So let's not just get to our brother because he did some BS. We're gonna hold him accountable of that video right now, right? We could hold him accountable. And some of the things that he quote unquote, let's just say allegedly he did it to proven guilty, right? Outside of that video. Let's not make it seem like there's a whole separate rules when it comes to black men and women. Oh, I ain't doing no business with. Stop the shenanigans there.
Right.
Like, come on, don't even sit here. You do business with the enemy every single day. So I don't even want to hear all of that.
Facts. And that's kind of where I was going with it.
Ladies, what's up, Chevy?
What's going on?
How are you?
Awesome.
So, just as a woman, because I want to ask y'all as women. Oh, let me answer. Then we can go to the women. If I was Usher or if I was Neo, there's nowhere in hell I would have did something. Because what's usually going to happen is she ain't gonna go nowhere. Everything gonna go back to normal. He gonna punch her again, and my dumb ass is gonna be not just out of a job, blackballed in the damn industry. And now I'm looking like one of the singers that you don't hear no more versus Usher. I'd rather be Usher than one of these damn singers that you like. Damn, where was so and so? Name right now. Name a singer that you ain't never heard before ever again, like Joe, as an example. Where the hell Joe at? Joe probably seen somebody do some shit, and he came in. Hey, no, you ain't doing. Okay. So you wanted them? Get out. You'll never sing again, and that nigga ain't never sung again. Joe probably would drive for Uber somewhere. Like. I'm just saying, where Joe at? That nigga gone.
Doing shows. You tripping?
No, I'm just saying he ain't came out with no new music. You could do shows, but you got to stay with the old shit. You can't come out with no new shit. But ladies, because I ain't saying nothing, because my whole thing is, regardless of what, because I know it's hard for a woman to be able to leave, especially a powerful man, because you got to look at Kim Porter. Kim Porter is dead because she tried to leave. So I do understand that it's scary to actually leave, but I'm not going to put myself in danger when you going to come back the next day and then probably be on his side. If I turn around and punch him in the face, you probably going to testify against me because he your man, he paying your bills. And I wouldn't get mad at a woman for doing that because I ain't paying your bills. But ladies,
what's the question?
Oh, hold on. Did you see? Hold on, let me play this video again. Maybe you didn't see that.
Yeah, I just got in. Sorry.
It's okay. All right, so let me back up a little bit. Because this is a real thing.
They were part of the dinner, and they watched Cassie get abused in front of Puffy abused Cassie in front of them. And neither one of those men, and they probably security was around too, did nothing to stop what he had did to Cassie. Now that's just crazy right there, bro.
Let me ask you a question, chat. If you out to dinner with your boss and you see your boss brings his girl and he slaps his girl, do you jump in? Do you stay quiet? Or do you be like, you just mind your fucking business? See, that's an interesting thing where it's like, you're relying on this guy for money. Them not jumping in, to me, don't mean that they agree with it. Yeah, I see a lot of people saying what kind of like I would think. If I'm out with my boss and I see him slap his girl, I'm gonna think, yo, you know what? Hear no evil, see no evil. That ain't my business. If he doing this in front of us, imagine what he do at home. Imagine what he do elsewhere. I'm not the whistleblower in that situation. Also, here's the thing too. You go be the guy who's like, oh no, I want to step in. You lose your livelihood, she still stay with the nigga. You go call the cops, she defend him. Nah, he ain't hit me. We were just playing. Well, I just hit myself. You out the situation. So, I don't know if I could blame Usher, Neo, whatever. And by the way, if he telling the story like Gene Deal, were you there or somebody else was there? Like, if I'm an artist, I don't think I'm doing nothing, bro. He was just like, I'll slap the fuck out of her when you're not around, but you ain't changed his behavior. So did you really stand up to him? Did you participate at that time to get Diddy incarcerated? Did you participate on those women get away from Diddy? It don't seem like you did. You telling these great stories, and I appreciate you, and I don't think he's a liar at all. But we do got to be honest. If you're not doing nothing, and you're the guy supposed to be the tough guy, by the way, you're being employed by Diddy, but they're being employed as well. They're like, it's a power situation, it's a power dynamic when it comes to the music industry. Neo and Usher need Diddy at that time. So just like how you need that paycheck from him, they need him. So, okay, maybe if you wanted them to be like, yo, Diddy, chill, bro. Like, bro, you don't got to hit her like that. Okay, maybe that, but none of y'all was calling the police. Here's the thing with Usher. Bro, Usher probably was a victim. That's like blaming Cassie. Saying, yo, Cassie, you was there when he slapped another girl. Like, Cassie is a victim as well. Usher linked up with Diddy by Usher's own admission that he was like a child.
Ladies.
You want to go first, Chevy? You fresh in the room. Hi.
So what's the question? Would we say something?
Yeah.
Should a man say something? What do you think if your dad, your brother, or your boyfriend was in a room and you at home and you hear that the man of your life, dad, boyfriend, or brother, was in that room and they didn't do shit, how would you feel and what would you say to that man that was in the room that you care about?
The man that was in the room that I care about, is he the one that was doing the hitting, or just the other man that was surrounded around the man doing the
Surrounded,
hitting?
surrounded. Usher or Neo, just and they just like, whoa, and they don't say nothing. And they literally, literally do this to Cassie, and they escort Cassie out. He just dragged her up the steps and did all this crazy. So what actually happened was, it was worse than just a punch. He did all this stuff and then dragged her up the stairs, finished her off, and then came back downstairs and had her escorted out, and her face was all messed up. And they kept eating. That's actually what happened.
I feel like if Neo or Usher, if any of those men was like someone I was dating or dealing with at the time,
Mhm.
and that situation popped off, I would not want my man to step in between it, period, for a lot of reasons. One, as much as we would like to think that a man should step in between something like that, it almost never really ends well for the man who steps in to try to save the day.
Mhm.
Furthermore, when it comes to relationships, you have to just kind of stand back and stay out of people's business in general. Now, when it comes to a man being there while a man is manhandling a woman, I feel like in man world, y'all know when enough is enough, and you also know when it's being taken too far. If you see your guy and he over roughing and he overdoing it, then that's where you kind of give like the, hey bro, chill out. You ain't got to try to step in like you about to just attack him. But that's when you kind of let your guy know, hey man, that's too much, bro. Or that's all right, y'all, come on now. Something where you give that guy a heads up, like, okay, you taking it too far. But there would be absolutely no need in stepping in to an extent where you thinking you saving the day, because look how long she still stayed. So imagine in there, they was together for 10 years. Let's just say one of those guys felt like, man, this is the 5th year and he been whooping on this girl for so long. You know what? They've been doing this for the past 5 years. I'm about to say something today. Look how long they still would have been dating while you said something 5 years prior, but it took her 10 years to leave.
Yeah.
So when it comes to situations like that, I would not want my man really in the center of any of that. I would probably have a conversation with him, like, that's kind of crazy. No, no, no. Maybe I'll even sprinkle something in my guy's ear, like, why y'all be just letting him do that girl like that? Or, why y'all don't stop it? That's something that you tell your man, like, next time y'all, but I would not want my man to ever get the impression that it's up to him to save the day, because it just women almost never leave. Rather it's because they scared, or rather it's because they know that that's their bread and butter. I don't know many women who leave immediately anyways. You just got to let people just do them, and that does not mean you agree with it. Condoning something is, and supporting something, two different things. Sometimes you just got to stand back and let people do them all the way around, especially in today's world. So no, I wouldn't want my man to say nothing. It's not your business.
All right. I respect that. Helen?
For me, it kind of like both ways. So if it was my man, or like somebody I care about, a man in the space, I think that I wouldn't expect him to get involved. But I would definitely not. I wouldn't want that to be somebody that my man was looking up to or considering as a mentor, or wanting to be up under, or continuing to like grow with. You know what I mean? Like, to me, like, because if I put it in both shoes, if it was me, myself, as a female in the room, and say I was an artist, or because, like, I've actually, back in the day, I used to do modeling, acting, things like this. So a little bit of like, it almost goes to the same idea. If I'm in the space and say I'm an aspiring entertainer, and this is somebody that I'm trying to work with, and I'm in a room and I see him beating his woman, right? Me personally, I'm gonna get the fuck out that space, because that's gonna be a clear sign to me that this person is probably going to think that they could treat me like that as an entertainer in their space. Whether I'm a man or a woman, I would think the same thing in so many ways, because I would be like, oh, this person is giving narcissist signs. This person is giving some controlling vibes. Like, is this somebody that I would want in control of me? If he's, because most men that treat their women like that have very insecure traits, and they have there. It's a reason that they beat on women, and they're usually like they weak. So if they have the mindset to beat on a women, then I would think even in a bigger sense, like, oh, he's probably going, he probably one of them people try to punk his students, his friends, his anybody he can, because that's usually what men who beat women are like. So
Try not to say that. Just say something else. You say
well, that
the
do
B word. You gotta say
yeah,
blank. You
people
say
have
blank women.
it's just not given. It's not given the type of person that I would want my man or myself to build with. Period. So that would be that. That's
So
my.
you would what would if you were the guy, or if the guy is in the room that you care about, what would be the ideal thing you would want the guy to do at that table?
At that table, because of the state of life that we're in right now, I wouldn't expect a man to ever intervene too much. Of course, you have to read the room. I think it's very big on reading the room and the energy, because like he said earlier, his friend, was stabbed by the girl because of what happened, right? So it's almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So in this day and age, it's hard to tell when it's right to step in as a man, because you don't know how that's gonna turn out. So no, I don't think that completely step in, but I definitely think there should be an energy of almost like disappointment from all the men in the room, letting that man know, like, bro, we not cool with that. That's whack. We out of here. Don't do this when we like, don't do this around me, because I don't rock with that. Like,
Yeah.
The only way I was.
My bad,
Go ahead.
Jeremy. I just want to say this one couple lines.
Yeah, I've been wanting to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We good.
Can we keep this a buck here? Like, no one is okay in domestic violence, right? None of us.
Mm-hmm.
No one's okay in it. But the way how I grew up, what I seen growing up, you see the man and the woman fighting every single goddamn day in my projects. If you jumped in there, you're liable to get killed.
Okay.
You mind your business. If you, where I grew up, you could be dead in McDonald's, and the same women who you about to go protect, they're gonna be on. Even when her brother gets involved, her brother gets involved. She end up turning. At the end of the day, she right back with the nigga that she was just fighting. Right? Mind your business. Right? Unless it's one thing if a woman is trying to get away and a man is just chasing after her, trying to beat her down in the hole. Now, you were talking about two different things, but it's a lot of times, and a lot of women and men, because you don't want to hold your sister accountable. A lot of times, a lot of these women, they like that drama. They want that drama, and you seeing that. You just pinpoint because the man is wrong, because we are men, and you shouldn't put your hands on a woman and X, Y, and Z. The same thing that everybody be saying, but no one wants to hold. Maybe your friend or your sister really like that. Maybe a lot of times, but you don't want to come to that realization that you befriended a woman that actually liked that drama. But you don't want to, at the end of the day, so man, mind your business. That's where I'm at with it.
Man, the only way I would ever step in is if the woman is asking for help. If she's asking me for help, and the only reason why I'm saying that, because a lot of things happen to black women in front of us and we automatically assume that it's a man and it's a woman, oh, they together, but they may not even be together. And we lose a lot of black women because, oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. But if she's screaming, help me, then I'm gonna step in, like, hold on, what's going on, type deal. And you also and you talked about, oh, if it's your friend, when he was asking her the question, let go and ask her the question about, oh, a brother or somebody like that. If my brother is not a person who puts his, if he does certain things to women, if he's not that guy and he does it in front of me, I would immediately stop him. I would say, what you tripping? But if I know that him and his woman, this is what y'all do, Man, look, I ain't worried about y'all. Y'all, ain't no sense of me stepping in because this is what y'all do.
Yeah.
But if I know my brother not on that type of time and he just haul off and hood, and I'm like, Cole, you tripping? Hold on, nigga, what you got going on? I'm gonna stop him.
That's a
But
fact.
those the only two ways I would ever step in. If the woman is asking me for help, because in that case, even with the Diddy story, they don't say Cassie asked for no help. Like, so what they stepping in for? Like, what he said this would happen to her, and she took it on the chin, like she typically would do if that's what it was consistently happening, and he got up out of there. So it's no reason for the men to say something because she not going nowhere. Now,
and allegedly Kim Porter friend, I think that light skinned John said that
Kamara.
I don't know. Bro. I don't get into their names. But if I'm about to tell the story, y'all can tell me her name. She said that Cassie, when Diddy and Kim Porter was, going at it, fighting, Cassie was there antagonizing her, laughing in the whole 9 yards. She was a part of the process with the Kim Porter situation. So I don't, bro. That's why I'm on my business. You people domestic life, mind your business. I don't know who like what. All right.
And also, to my understanding, now we got so many side stories, we really don't know what's true and what's not. But also, another reason why it's just safe to mind your business is that might have just been one of the times where he attacked her, and maybe the time before that she attacked him. Because even with the video with him running down the hall and pulling her, from what I heard, we don't know if it's true, but from what his lawyer stated, is that
That
they had already got into an argument in the
he hit him
room.
with the phone
And Cassie supposedly picked up a phone,
and
picked up
started
his
hitting
phone,
him.
seen somebody texting, whatever. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I was. I guess Cassie picked up the phone, seen something on the phone, and she launched the phone, like threw the phone at Diddy head. Diddy was supposedly getting fresh out of the shower, which is why he didn't have any clothes on. So, to my understanding, she picked the phone up, hit him in the head with it, took off running. That's why they claim he grabbed the towel, wrapped the towel around him, took off running behind her, and all we see in eyesight is him basically grabbing her. And now to us, it looks like, oh my God, he's attacking that poor girl. But let's just say that the story that the lawyer put out was true. You already done hit the man in the head with an object, took off running because you thought because he was naked that he wasn't gonna like catch you. So like that just be another reason why it's really just better to mind your business, because we never really know inside stories. And everybody already know how I feel about when it comes to women, the games women play, the victimizing, just a whole lot of that goes on with women. And I'm just not here for it. Same with the Rihanna and Chris Brown situation. Everybody stood next to Rihanna. And to this day, I still don't stand next with Rihanna, because from the story that I got from his point of view, as young people, we know exactly what went on. Rihanna got mad. You asked him about a girl that he was dating prior to you. He told you, you asked him, hey, did you have sex with that girl? Chris Brown's exact words is he only told her no because when he first met her, it was like, no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have sex with her because he felt like it wasn't her business. But fast forward, now she sees that same girl text his phone, oh, you killed the Grammys tonight, whatever, I'll see you at the party. And now all of a sudden she's mad. She's looking at the phone. She's mad. They're at a party. She's throwing a fit. We about to go. Okay, boom. They leave. You in the car acting like a girl. Oh, you lied to me. I knew you was fucking that bitch. And he driving, man, chill out, man. You tripping. I ain't never fuck. Yes, you did. Why she text you? Doing what girls do. He's driving. You throwing blows. Bow. Hitting him in the head. Man, chill out, man. Rihanna, you tripping. I ain't touched that girl. Yes, you did. She texting you. Let's fast forward. Now you done grab this man by his balls while he's driving. We already know you can't even flinch at a man near his balls without him even clutching, like, watch out. Imagine somebody grabbing you by him. So when we seen the bite marks on his arm, if everybody stopped trying to always coddle women in their victimized thinking, why do you think she had bite marks on her arm? We like, dang, he was biting her. Man, he beat her at. He was biting her because think, if you're driving and someone grabs you by your ball, something that we know is sensitive, and as a woman, I knew she was so mad, she probably grabbed things and twisted them. Of course what else is he to do? Of course he bit her. Watch out. Of course he dug his teeth probably as far as they can go in her skin so that she can release that man. You provoke that man on every level. And because you're a woman and because you got all the bruises All everybody did was side it with Rihanna. Nobody ever cared enough to dig into his side of the story. Nobody ever respected his side of the story. That man has not been able to get up on his throne since then, all because she's a woman and he had no business hitting her. She had no business hitting him. So for sure, stay out the mix, because women be playing